Everyone, welcome back to another beautiful day, right? Another day means another topic. Hoo. Today, I'll put him up on screen who said this, but wanted me to talk about self-hate or relationships. I'll talk about self-hate in this one. I might talk about relationships in the future, but we will see about that because you guys know where I'm at, how I feel about love, relations, all that stuff, right? I mean, I might go into detail why, but the topic that dives, or the reasoning of the relationships, I think it just dives way too deep in my opinion, for me at least, just because of what I've experienced. So that's why we're gonna just be starting off with, wait, did I say self-love or self-hate? I said self-hate. Okay, we're starting off with self-hate. Okay, because I've been a victim of this, and I'm gonna say the majority of people that have gone through shit and gone through tough times in their life, like go through this, and you always will think that you're like life is over. You know that every mistake you've made in life and everything that made people judge you, or whether you felt embarrassed, you think of yourself as a failure and someone who will never be able to make anybody proud, right? And that's kind of how I think of self-hate, or I've been in self-hate. So like, I'm gonna give my experiences, because currently, I will, don't get me wrong, I think you know how life is full of ups and downs, okay? It's the same thing. I mean, I'll always I'll always hate myself and whatnot, but then I've made myself become a very positive guy. Okay, so obviously, I'm about to share with you guys is, I'm gonna say 95% like in the past, because right now, currently, I'm a pretty positive guy. I try to have a great outward look on life, on people, on literally everything in general. I think being positive in the world that we live in is very rare, and the people that inspire me as well are very positive people, whether it's real people or genuinely just fictional characters, right? I just want to make a difference when it comes to people's happiness and how they feel about life, because I don't want people to experience all the shit I've been through, you know what I mean? And I don't want anyone to experience the pain and the suffering that I've been through, and that's why I always want to be able to have people relate to me, or if I'm with them out in public or hang out with them, I always want to try my best to make them have a smile on their face, right? I always try my best to make them laugh, to make them happy if they're around me, right? Obviously, that can be said for um like, no, I'm not saying everybody that I meet in life, but I mean like just everybody in the world, you know. That's why I kind of try to make relatable content YouTube videos for you guys, because you know I kind of feel that way. Okay, so that being said, because I literally it's been 3 minutes and I've barely even talked about self-hate. Okay, so me in the past, okay, look at that milk flat. Okay, anyways, me in the past, right? Um, I used to, obviously, as you guys know, I was a pretty negative guy in the past when it comes to myself. And I used to genuinely, and I mean genuinely, like hate who I was, and I was so disappointed at where I was in life, what I was doing, and um I had a lot of pressure on me growing up, okay? So if I made a mistake, if I failed at something that maybe someone I looked up to or somebody wouldn't fail at, I would be so ashamed of myself. I would be like what a fucking failure I am. You know what I mean? And like I would think about like just how much of a mistake I am. You know what I mean? And shit like that, okay? So genuinely, I used to, back then in the past, used to, oh, the self-hate, it was unbearable. Unbearable, man. I used to hate myself to the core, and it was no joke. It was no joke. I mean, when you hate yourself, it is genuinely like it kills you. Hating yourself is gonna kill you, because in my opinion, um, you in your own body and mind, okay, that sounds really weird, but you yourself, you're the most important thing, like, in your life. You should prioritize you. you need to make sure that you're on top. You're number one priority on your list. Your physical health is number one, mental health is number one, whatever, right? You should always try your best to make sure that the things that you can control in your life are are getting better, or you're always actively working on them, right? In my experience, I think that is also one of the reasons why I decided to try to have the most positive outward look on myself, on the people around me, on the events that happen, shit like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I still consume a lot of content and see things that'll like be really quote unquote negative, I guess you can say, or that'll be like that can change someone's perspective if they take it in, if that makes sense, right? And I you kind of have to find a way to kind of split everything you see and all the events you go through and things you go through in life into different like segments, if that makes sense. I think if you're able to split things up in your life, it'll make life a lot easier. In that, if that makes sense. Kind of hard to explain, and I feel like if I explain, I'm a little, dude. I'm a little straying off the topic again, but I'm saying if I were to explain it, I would stray even more off the topic. So back to self hate, okay? I think the time that obviously I started like really hating on myself was probably COVID time, okay? And that was probably because of a lot of the people I hung out around, they never really valued me. And I'm the type of person that if people don't value me and if people don't give me their time, respect, or even appreciation, I feel like I'm the one in the wrong. I feel like I'm doing something wrong that I need to change myself to be able to make them be proud of me. If that makes sense. But so maybe I'm always going to feel like that or be a failure or whatever. But that's kind of how I feel about it, right? I just think that to I guess I grew up that way, okay? Because the people around me, I don't know. I'm trying to think right now. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Why would I? Because I haven't really, honestly, this is one of the topics that I haven't really thought about myself, like in the past. Like, why would I um one need someone's respect, validation, or even for them to be proud of me to make me feel a certain way, right? To make me like feel like I'm not hating myself because I hated myself because everything that I did wrong, everything that like why certain people wouldn't go for me or like give me a whatever, right? I think it's my fault. My fault. I'm the type of guy. I'll take the blame. Genuinely, I'll take the blame for everything in life. Like even if it's not my like I'll take the blame. I'm not saying that like internally I'll take the blame. I'm like damn, maybe it's because of this back then. Okay, like I would take the blame back then. Like now I understand more and that it's not healthy or whatever. Like to always take the blame or to always do this and that. And I try to realize all the because I'm not gonna lie, okay? Hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. Okay. Straying off a little bit again. There's habits that obviously that you will get from trauma and habits that you will get from how you grew up and how whatever, right? And a lot of those habits can be negative to the people around you, whether it's just friends, family, or even a relationship, okay? And I realized that, and a lot of the people around me, or actually, I'm gonna say like 99%, like I'm actually the majority of people never are going to realize it too, that what they have is actually like signals something. Like a lot of people won't even realize they're doing it, but then they're actually like, it's so common, or what is the word? I'm gonna just say common. It's so common for them to do it in their life. It's like a habit. It's like a habit for them to do it in life that they don't even see it, or they don't even know that how hard it'll affect the other person. You know what I mean? And whether that's with just making people like gaslighting people, manipulating people, or other quote unquote negative things that you can do to other people, or how you can make them feel, right? A lot of people don't um realize that, and I'm not it's definitely hard to see, um, especially if it's something you grew up with, like, experienced or, like, even trauma. It's definitely hard to see, so I never, like, 'cause, Imma be honest, this shit has I've definitely done it to people in the past. I've done it to people, like, but it's like it's something the first steps for growth is you have to realize it, and then you have to think of actions or a certain habit or hobby that you have to do, or a way to make it better for you and your and the others and other people around you. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how that is. Cause I don't get me wrong, I'm not the perfect fucking person either. I mean, everybody's gonna do it. We're all living. It's all our first time living, bro. Everybody's gonna do it once in their life, but some people will just never learn and just do it again and again and again and again. Okay, they're just never gonna learn, and it's cool. It's whatever. It's chill. It's chill. Don't no hate on them. I always realize when it's happening though. It's weird because in the past, I would never see it or I would never realize certain things. Even the slightest bit of like the manipulation, obviously I wouldn't see because it's harder to see. But the ways that people manipulate you on a crazy basis, obviously I would see. But now I'm at the point where even if the wording is a bit off in terms of like let's say someone's like gaslighting or manipulating you, it's actually like if I don't know them or if it's something or even if I'm watching a show, man, it's like I can tell and I'm like, and sometimes if it's something I experienced in life or it's something that is low-key kind of like negative in a way, I would be low-key like kind of disappointed and it kind of strays me away from the show. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know why. It's like I guess if I just see I guess I hate consuming negative things when it comes to that way because I don't think you should take advantage of people like that because I feel like I've been taken advantage like basically almost my whole life growing up. So I think that's why if I see a show that kind of has that kind of like stray away, unless it's a show that is like um it's all about that, you know what I mean? Like if it has to be a show that's all about that, then I can actually watch it. Whatever. Okay, I'm sorry for people who are actually watching this video for this long and wanting to learn about self-hate. First of all, I'd like to apologize. I'm sorry I'm not talking about self-hate a lot. I stray away from the topic a lot. Let's get back on topic and talk about self-hate and me in my past and my experiences with that, okay? And I feel like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I stray away a lot from it now. It's because I feel like me personally, don't get me wrong, I get it every now and then, but as a whole, I feel like I've kind of grown from it, you know what I mean? Like I realize how bad self-hate is, so I kind of just like, try to not think of it, if that makes sense. And, okay, back to the topic. I understand that a lot of people, especially if you're younger, you will definitely experience like this hate and this trauma that you think of yourself. Whether it could be something when I was younger, or even something as bad as like fucking like tripping on some shit. Like it is bad. It's like man, and I would think of like ways to like how could I never trip again? Like okay, it happens. Like yeah, relax. Or like I would get bullied a lot, and I low key, I'm not gonna lie, I always thought maybe like it's my fault. Like I'm getting bullied. Like I don't know. People would get mad at me for certain things that I wouldn't even realize was manipulation, gaslighting, or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, maybe it was me. And that's kind of what fueled my self-hate against myself. Is like, I never thought that I was doing good for people. I never thought that I was ever going to be someone's number one priority, or that I could be someone that somebody would be proud of, that somebody could inspire, you know what I mean? And sometimes I wish I was a better speaker. Like it took time for me to even be able to speak this well. And even then, you guys might even hear me take more pauses. But now, okay, now that I'm actually making this content, I definitely realize I'm able to take less pauses and think about what to say to be able to word things in a better light. First of all, I'm proud of. I know it might not seem a lot to you guys. I know I still suck at it, but improvement is improvement, even if it's by 0.1%, okay? And so basically that's kind of just how I feel on self-hate. And in the past it was pretty bad. Like I even in the past I would also like watch a lot of TikTok and shit and consume self-hate content. But now I'm at the point where I see it when I see things that are negative to the human, mind, or just humans in general. And I absolutely like just hate it. I hate seeing things that are like negative that force people to think a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm gonna come up with an example here. You guys know, depending on how you are raised and what environment you're born in, or raised in, born in, whatever, right? Um, crying to you if you are a guy, okay? I don't know, I can't say the same for, I won't be able to speak on that, so if you're a girl and you're watching this and you made it this part of the video, if I'm wrong, please correct me, I genuinely don't know. But as a guy, a lot of what people think or feel is that if you cry in front of people, if you cry in general, you feel like you're a less of a man. You're like, you shouldn't be emotional, you know? Like, they're like, you even see it all the time. They're like, you even see it to suck up your fucking emotions and work. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, I hate that shit. Like I see it every now and then, and I'm like, oh, like sometimes it's a joke too, but I see it, and I know a lot of the things that people can post on TikTok or whatever, like, it'll genuinely make people think more about it and think to where they'll actually believe it, and they'll push it onto other people. Okay, first of all, I'd like to say I'm not religious or anything, but I'm not trying to hate on religion at all. Okay, like, I respect religion. I will respect everybody who is in one and who is not in one. I'll respect your beliefs and what your morals are about it and whatever. Okay, first of all, and it kind of, what I wanted to say is that it kind of reminds me of how people would push religion or push, like, um the Lord or the Savior, whatever, right, on you, and they're like, he'll make everything better. That's what that reminds me of when people say, like crying is for blah blah blah, like, suck up your emotions or suck up this, or like, just work it out, like certain shit, like, don't let it out, or like, don't ask dumb shit like that. Okay, I'm going on a pageant, what do you call it, I don't even know the word, I don't even know, but I'm just going on a rant right now about this, and kind of straight away from the topic, but that is definitely something that definitely can change a lot of people's minds. Because I see people that like it a lot, you know, that will comment it and they'll be like, this is how I think, this blah blah blah, this is that. And then I'll see some people that fight against it, right? And I'm probably gonna be one of those people that always fight against that. Because I think, sure, you are vulnerable when you share emotions and when you share who you really are, and you can actually cry in front of people or whatever, right? Oh fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna um it was good too. It was good too when I lost it. See, like, when I'm on these subjects, my mind just, I feel like I just think way too quick, and then, like, it's like when something goes out your ear and out the other. But honestly, I'm gonna just say that being emotional isn't bad. Okay, being emotional doesn't mean you're weak, and being emotional doesn't mean like you're less of a person or whatever, right? And there are obviously good and bad things to almost practically everything. And one of the bad, or a few of the bad things, that if you know, aren't ever vulnerable to anybody, it's like they're never gonna really know you for you, you know what I mean? And they're not really gonna, how do I say this? Guys, I thought of something again, and I just can't with, I genuinely can't with myself sometimes when I talk about these subjects, man. But again, I'm gonna go back to the topic then of self-hate, and I'm just gonna say this. Okay. Since we are talking about self-hate and all the negative things, I'm just saying something positive now. You know, something that you guys can maybe stop hating it. Maybe you guys can grow like me and become more positive. I don't know. Don't take every word I say if you watch this full video into like full. I want you guys to think for yourself and think who you are. Think who you wanna be, okay? First of all. And I say this. Try try your best to love yourself. And no matter of the failures, the accomplishments that you go through in life, don't make that change who you are. Don't make that change how you see yourself and maybe even the other people around you. Okay? Number one thing is just don't hate yourself. Try your best to not hate yourself. I know there are things that you will do in life that you will fail at and that you will mess up. All right. I've been through plenty of that, and I've always been pressured to try to always do my best, right? But we're all human, okay? We're all living our first life. Don't hate yourself, and don't make if you do hate yourself, try your best to find something to do that you enjoy, or maybe that if you get better at, you'll start loving yourself. Because I know it's hard to just stop hating yourself, especially if you're doing nothing. Because that's how I feel. Sometimes I would feel like I'm doing nothing with my life. And I would just start, I'd be like, there is no reason for me to stop hating myself. So you just hate and hate and hate and hate. And then you only stop hating yourself when you accomplish something. But a goal or something that you have in life that you accomplish and achieve shouldn't be the reason why you stop hating yourself. Okay? There shouldn't be things in life that you want to get, things in life that um make you feel a certain way about yourself, like temporary happiness. When it comes to that and not and when you should love yourself, you need to it's like how you love someone unconditionally. Like you're gonna love your family unconditionally, all right? And you should do that with yourself too. No reason for you to love yourself, okay? But you just need to love yourself and be more positive on what you do. Like even if you want to start with the simplest things, because that's how you get better, right? You acknowledge you acknowledge the problem. You start little, like I'm glad that I've been going through this thing a lot, and I'm glad that I finally was able to toothbrush today. I'm glad I was finally able to shower today, right? Something as small as that, and like just builds your way up, honestly. Builds your way up. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. And yeah, time to time you'll hate yourself. I hate myself time to time and like whatever, but um try your best to think positive about yourself, right? And I'm sorry if this video was kind of all over the place, so I'd like to apologize if the people that clicked on this video and watched that full 20 minutes was or full video was expecting more self-hate or more but I feel like it's a topic that I can't really dive deep into too much. Um, right now at least. Like I feel like for me, things come time to time, right? And a lot of the videos I make, I'll make it based on that topic because that's what I'm feeling. That's what I might be feeling at the moment. That's what I'm just thinking of. And I think I have a good idea, right? And like eventually if you just randomly hear me talking about self-hate again in a next video or something, then obviously I'm thinking about it again. But I've been pretty busy with life, and so I haven't really been thinking about all that. And there's nothing I can really hate myself about because a lot of the hate also that I have about myself, I got from other people. And I'm not saying like got like from I hate like this person hates themselves because of this, because of that. No, it's because other people pressuring me and other people making me think that if you don't have this, then you're not worthy. You shouldn't be proud of yourself. Okay. A lot of the people in my life made me feel like if you don't have a certain something, then you shouldn't love yourself. You shouldn't be proud of yourself. And I won't be proud of you either. It's shit like that, okay? I think that's where how self-hate accrues for a lot of people, right? Obviously shit like that. But yeah. I'm gonna end it off here. And again, I know there's only my can I speak? I know a lot of my videos, there's a few of you guys that'll make it to the end, but every video is actually different now. It's nice to always see new faces make it to the end of my videos. Some of the old faces leave every now and then, but it's good to see some of the new faces. I appreciate you guys once again. I appreciate you guys all once again listening to me rant. And I like to say this too. I'm gonna say at the end of this video, and only at the end of this video. I appreciate the people that watch that to the end of my videos that can watch me in general because of my lisp. I'm not gonna lie, I might even make a video on this. My lisp is probably the one thing in my whole entire existence of life that I'm very like, I guess not really disappointed. Like it's a genetic thing, but it's something I wish like I didn't have. Cause like obviously my whole life, even now, No matter what, I always get made fun of it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's like, I've tried my best to not think about it and whatnot, but I mean like I'm just gonna like I try my best to like block everything out, and I do a pretty good job at that. But like I'm never gonna ever stop thinking about it, especially when I can literally feel it when I say my certain words and whatnot. And then like obviously every now and then somebody will say it. And but yeah, that's where I'm gonna end off. I'll see you guys in another couple days again, and yeah, next topic will be who knows. Who knows? But I appreciate y'all for watching to the end, whoever made it.